So good morning, everybody. This is Carlos, the running jackal, running in zone 3, up a hill, heading towards the trailhead at Harvest Lane. I'm going to be running to the Fake Bridges and back. I say fake bridges, they're real bridges.
Time 11 minutes, distance 1.46 kilometers, cadence 73, average heart rate 141, workout average pace 7 minutes 31 seconds per kilometer.
But they're made out of a composite material, which is part plastic, part wood byproducts. I was reading up on it today. Apparently, the disadvantages of fake wood is the initial expense. But then after that, because they need less maintenance, they work out to be cheaper. So a lot of the parks and municipalities are using this composite wood for their decking and bridges. Out I go. The
Time 12
steps.
minutes, distance 1.55 kilometers, cadence 57, average heart rate 141, workout average pace 7 minutes 43 seconds per kilometer.
8 minutes per kilometer should do me just fine today. So I will take my walk breaks if I'm getting too much ahead of the pace. Today I need 73 minutes to finish my week. There's a couple of women up ahead that I see 2 or 3 times a week. We all start at 8 o'clock, and I always catch up with them just around here. Okay, very soon I'm going to be heading down on Maddock Trail, heading towards Whitaker.
Time 13 minutes, distance 1.61 kilometers, cadence 52, average heart rate 135, workout average pace 8 minutes 2 seconds per kilometer.
I don't think I'll be seeing too many people today, because it is kind of drippy. I'm using my Sony voice recorder. Today I'm going for maximum quality audio.
Zone 4.
So far, since I started the recording, it has been full-time, real-time. I started around the 10-minute mark. So I'll be listening out for cues from Samantha.
Zone 4. Time 14 minutes. Distance 1.76 kilometers. Cadence 80. Average heart rate 138. Workout average pace 7 minutes 56 seconds per kilometer.
Okay, so in the right kind of ballpark for my 8 minutes per kilometer podcast pace. Trail running podcast pace. Hopefully not too many drops will hit the microphone. I should be okay under the canopy. Down I go. Today I'm going to try and explain the merits of training by time and not by distance.
Time 15 minutes. Distance 1.89 kilometers. Cadence 77. Average heart rate 135. Workout average pace 7 minutes 52 seconds per kilometer.
The main advantage is that regardless of speed, you can still achieve your goal without feeling that you have failed. Obviously, on a more technical course, the pace will be slower But endurance running is all about time on your feet. And what tends to happen if you are relying on pace or distance is that you'll tend to find flatter and flatter courses to run.
Time 16 minutes. Distance 2.08 kilometers. Cadence 85. Average heart rate 138. Workout average pace 7 minutes 41 seconds per kilometer.
I have it set on trail running. I'm not sure if the auto pause will kick in. The only way to find out will be when I stop moving altogether, if it stops the clock. So as I said, it's about 8 a.m. on a drippy Sunday morning. I'm wearing my road shoes because my trail shoes are still wet from last time I used them.
Zone 3.
I haven't heard of Zone 5 yet. That'll be my other reason to break into a hike if I get into the Zone 5.
Time 17 minutes. Distance 2.20 kilometers. Cadence 75. Average heart rate 140. Workout average pace 7 minutes 43 seconds per kilometer.
Still above my pace. But as I said earlier, the pace is just so that I can get to the Fake Bridges and back in my 73 minutes. If I go too much faster on the way out, I will have trouble matching the distance on the way back. I fear that today will be an unavoidable wet shoe day. But at least I started off with dry shoes.
Time 18 minutes. Distance 2.33 kilometers. Cadence 80. Average heart rate 136. Workout average pace 7 minutes 40 seconds per kilometer. Zone 4.
Still in zone. That means my heart isn't working too hard. Just enough to maintain a sub 8 minute pace. Yeah, a lot of people get sucked into the distance business. They say I'm going out for a 5 miler. I would say I'm going out for an hour. Normal conditions, that's about 5 miles. But if it's hilly, it might be 4. It might be 4.5. But I still get my hour. And using a week-long basis for my weekly training, I can tell.
19 minutes. Distance 2.46 kilometers. Cadence 78. Average heart rate 140. Workout average pace 7 minutes 42 seconds per kilometer.
I can tell whether I need to be running, hiking, e-biking, indoor biking, or speed walking to achieve my hourly goals for the week, which have remained unchanged for the past, I would say, 8 years. As long as I've been recording podcasts, I've been working on time rather than distance. But I know there is a reluctance out there because most people are gearing up for a distance race, be it a 5, a 10, a 6 miler, a 10K.
Cadence 81. Average heart rate 136. Workout average pace 7 minutes 39 seconds per kilometer.
All the training
Time for hydration.
plans that they have looked at and tried to follow have been based on pace and distance. So many minutes per kilometer for so many kilometers or miles. This is a little bit technical here. I have fallen more than once
Zone 3.
in this section, so I'll be a little cautious today. I can always have a little peek at my voice recorder when I hit the fake bridges. Then I will know how much of my return journey I have to record.
1 minute. Distance 2.74 kilometers. Cadence 77. Average heart rate 136. Workout average pace 7 minutes 39 seconds per kilometer.
It's going to get a little slower quite soon because it gets a little steeper and more technical in a few minutes. But I did this run the other day where I did an hour. I turned at the half hour mark, and that got me almost to the resort. The Fake Bridges is about 5 minutes further, so I'll probably pass the Fake Bridges before I get my halfway reminder, based on 1 hour 17 minutes as my required time on my feet today.
Time 22 minutes. Distance 2.87 kilometers. Cadence 72. Average heart rate 135. Workout average pace 7 minutes 40 seconds per kilometer.
Past a rotting tree that has been cut back into smaller chunks on the ground to speed up the rotting process. Up I go again.
Zone 4.
Yep, I figured zone 4. If I kept running, I would be zone 5 by now. So I'm encouraged that my heart has not spiked to zone 5 yet. The other day when I did my bog challenge, that was the 90 minutes of running.
Time 23 minutes. Distance 2.98 kilometers. Cadence 70. Average heart rate 137. Workout average pace 7 minutes 43 seconds per kilometer.
I was speaking to a woman who was doing almost the opposite to
Zone
me.
3.
She was running up the hills and then taking a break. I was running to the hills and speed walking up the hills. And we shared about the same pace overall, all the way up the trail that we were on. I was trying to explain to her that I had a small heart, ergo a weak engine, and I didn't want to blow a gasket. Because at my age, at 69, blowing a gasket is
Time
not
24 minutes.
a
Distance
good
2.10
idea.
kilometers. Cadence 71. Average heart rate 134. Workout average pace 7 minutes 44 seconds per kilometer.
So another bit of climbing here
Zone 4.
with Cedar Hill Road on my right. That's where the car noises are coming from the right hand side of your sound system. Another big climb coming up. I can tell by my breathing that I'm working quite hard enough with this hike. It's funny how when the weather's cool and the rain is falling, I find it easier.
Time 25 minutes. Distance 3.18 kilometers. Cadence 62. Average heart rate 139. Workout average pace 7 minutes 50 seconds per kilometer.
I find it easier to keep my heart rate in a manageable zone when it's warm.
Zone 3.
Quite often it's spiking because my body is working overtime to keep cool. It's not quite a no sweat run. I am already hot. So the sweat is building on my brow. I have a neck buff, which I now wear almost like a safety face covering. Should I get into any problems, should I have to assist somebody who's in difficulty, I can at least appear to cover up a little bit. It was interesting to hear Just Plain Dave yesterday talking about having to have a COVID test because he was exposed to somebody who tested positive. But luckily for him, he didn't. Getting back to my favorite topic now of the Your 5 Minutes episode 2, I have some very good submissions already, but I am giving it due course till the 1st of February before I drop the episode. Average heart rate 137. Workout average pace 7 minutes 55 seconds per kilometer. Up I go again. I might hear a zone 5 in a second. I'm at 4 and it's just getting steeper. Up I go. This is already past where Norma usually turns at the half-hour mark. I offered her a chance to run with me today, hoping that she would turn me down. I mean, I love running with her, but today I needed 73 minutes. And that 28 minutes. Distance 3.50 kilometers. Cadence 69. Average heart rate 140. Workout average pace 7 minutes 58 seconds per kilometer. That would have meant a long hike for us both. And I did that yesterday. So this is about the last major bit of uphill. Then it goes flat as I round the corner of the resort. And then it goes up a bit to the fake, or should I say, composite wood bridges. The other disadvantage that I noticed when I was in Toronto visiting Alan was that they have a composite boardwalk built with
Time 29 minutes.
undulations.
62 kilometers. Cadence 64. Average heart rate 141. Workout average pace 7 minutes 59 seconds per kilometer. Zone 3.
And they have had to repair said, what's it called now? Composite plastic wood boardwalk with real timbers where the boardwalk has cracked, which is kind of counterintuitive, but still that's the other disadvantage of composite material. Those particular boardwalk sections are slabs about 15 feet long with fake undulations.
Distance 3.75 kilometers. Cadence 74. Average heart rate 137. Workout average pace 8 minutes per kilometer.
So this is exactly where I got to when I did my hour out and back. So now I have from here to the fake bridges to do in, what is it, half of 17, which is 8.5 minutes. 8.5 minutes, and I'll be hitting the turn Samantha will be telling me that I'm halfway to my goal. The other nice thing about counting minutes instead of miles is that it's very easy to calculate what I need. I have a spreadsheet and a calculator handy on my computer.
Time 31 minutes. Distance 3.83 kilometers. Cadence 56. Average heart rate 138. Workout average pace 8 minutes 5 seconds per kilometer.
I calculated that the fake bridges were around the 4 kilometer mark. So today is going to be an hour. For an hour and 17, I should say, for my 8 kilometers, which is 5 miles, or as near as, damn it. See, I'm anticipating by looking ahead and seeing the terrain as it pans out. When I hear zone 4, I decide if I'm going to push it into 5 or roll it back into 3.
Time 32 minutes. Distance 3.95 kilometers. Cadence 70. Average heart rate 139. Workout average pace 8 minutes 6 seconds per kilometer.
8 minutes 6 since I left home. So I should make the bridges, that's for sure. I still haven't tested the auto pause. It has been running continuously since the get-go. I will test it at the fake bridges because I will be obliged to take some photographs. These bridges are in fact ruptured by a fallen tree, and that is causing concern because Saanich
Time
just
33 minutes. Distance 4.04 kilometers. Cadence 67. Average heart rate 140. Workout average pace 8 minutes 9 seconds per kilometer.
Saanich doesn't want to have to repair the whole bridge. They obviously sent their engineers out to have a look at it and decided that it was not a hazard and it could be left a few more years before they need to repair it. It's not a bridge over a deep chasm, it's only a bridge over a swampy area. Oh, here's one of my favorite tree stumps, almost in sight of the fake bridges. This will be my auto pause test.
Time 34 minutes. Distance 4.12 kilometers. Cadence 64. Average heart rate 140. Workout average pace 8 minutes 12 seconds per kilometer. Auto pause.
So the auto pause
Zone 3.
does kick in on trail running setting. I didn't think it would. Possibly because one of my apps in the past
Workout resumed.
didn't keep track of my pauses when I was on the trails. It just kept continuous time. But this one,
Zone 2.
the Ice Smooth Run app, does. So I've reached the fake bridges. I now have about 6 minutes to do.
Zone 3.
Let me take some illustrations of the fake bridge, the composite material.
Auto pause.
I'm going to take a picture of the under section just so that you can see how thick the actual planking
Workout resumed.
is. Oh, there's a nice photograph of some fungi growing on a tree stump. Got it. And now I have these two smaller fake bridge sections before the run becomes a hike, just around here.
Zone 3.
This will get me up to Upper
Time
Whittaker.
35 minutes. Distance 4.21 kilometers. Cadence 51. Average heart rate 127. Workout average pace 8 minutes 17 seconds per kilometer.
So 2.5 minutes and I'll be heading back. Perfect. Even though I've dropped below my 8-minute pace, it's now 8:09 or 8:10. Basically the return journey is predominantly downhill, so I'll be okay with that, especially as I'm going to finish this leg on a slow uphill. Let me check the timing. 26 minutes, so I have 10 more minutes to record audio.
Zone 4.
And it has been full-time, real-time so far.
Time 36 minutes. Distance 4.26 kilometers. Cadence 50. Average heart rate 133. Workout average pace 8 minutes 26 seconds per kilometer.
So another 1.5 minutes in this direction. And then I turn. Yep, my little heart is working hard now. I'm going to get to the Whittaker Creek.
Halfway to your goal.
Yep, this is the spot where I will take my last photograph today. The Whittaker Merriman intersection. Hopefully there's not too much rain on my lens.
Auto pause.
Got it. Put the camera away at 27.5 minutes of audio. And back I go. Backtracking.
Workout resumed.
Even though it's downhill, there are some slower sections because of the risk factor of falling. That is always an issue.
Cadence 46. Average heart rate 143. Workout average pace 8 minutes 31 seconds per kilometer.
So 8.5 minutes to work on, to whittle away at. You will hear me do that quite successfully. Bearing in mind that Strava always posts rosy stats that make you look better than you in fact are. My smooth run is pretty honest. So go over the fake bridge again. Doesn't sound quite the same as cedar. The other disadvantage of composite.
Time 38 minutes. Distance 4.49 kilometers. Cadence 86. Average heart rate 131. Workout average pace 8 minutes 27 seconds per kilometer.
Even though you can work it with woodworking tools, you have to clear up all your sawdust because it does not biodegrade.
Zone 4.
Come a couple of runs. Good morning. Couple of pretty fast, pretty women, young and pretty fast women. So this is now a downhill.
4.67 kilometers. Cadence 86. Average heart rate 139. Workout average pace 8 minutes 41 seconds per kilometer.
It's coming down already. by 9 seconds from my turnaround. Listening out for heart rate. I have been known to hit the zone 5 on a downhill. As I round the corner of the resort. I'm coming back exactly the same route as I took out.
Time 40 minutes. Distance 4.83 kilometers. Cadence 86. Average heart rate 142. Workout average pace 8 minutes 15 seconds per kilometer.
Hello. Hi. Runner behind you. Hello. She didn't move. She was standing right in the middle of the trail. It's normal courtesy now in these COVID times to step off the trail if you hear somebody approaching. So now those of you listening with earbuds will notice that the car noise is now on the left side of your head as I go up, up, up. Zone 4.
Time 41 minutes. Distance 5 kilometers. Cadence 85. Average heart rate 141. Workout average pace 8 minutes 10 seconds per kilometer.
This is about the steepest section coming back. So it's been an exciting week. What with all my Your 5 Minute episode 2 submissions rolling in. Let me see if I can remember. The first one, as always, was mine. And the last one, invariably, will be mine. Unless I get another submission today, then I will just take off my submission at the end, because it's already up to 35 minutes, I think, as it stands now. I've decided just to abut the recordings, seeing as I have more than half an hour. I didn't have to leave any gaps, so I didn't have to do any last minute patching with music or incidental sounds. So first was mine. The second one, let me see if I can remember. The second one was Maggie Cooper's first attempt at running while recording, and that turned out very well. Whatever she did, she should try and replicate. I have a feeling she was quite pleased with the recording. Maybe not quite so pleased with her run, but then again, she is very much performance orientated. Whereas me, I'm more interested in producing good quality audio than mediocre run stats. That's why I call them podcast paces. Obviously, that will vary depending on the terrain. You can hear the road and the wet tires.
Time 44 minutes. Distance 5.37 kilometers. Cadence 81. Average heart rate 136. Workout average pace 8 minutes 11 seconds per kilometer.
So 11. and the last section is sidewalk. So I should be able to run continuously. Mind you, if I'm ahead, I will probably walk it in a little bit, as they say. The other good thing about keeping my effort level reasonably low is it means that I have a quicker turnaround time, less damage, less time needed for repair. I could almost run 40 minutes every day.
Distance 5.53 kilometers. Cadence 84. Average heart rate 142. Workout average pace 8 minutes 8 seconds per kilometer.
So I started at 7 minutes 40 pace. The first mile, I guess, till I hit the steps and the trails. So I should be able to replicate that pace going home, which will bring my average below 8, I'm hoping. You might say to yourself, what's he keep talking about pace when he just said that it was all to do with time? It's the way that I gauge how hard I'm working. Sometimes the heart rate is not reliable.
5.69 kilometers. Cadence 84. Average heart rate 141. Workout average pace 8 minutes 5 seconds per kilometer.
But today, all my stats are sounding good. When I say good, I mean accurate, true. Hello. Hikers up ahead. Hello. Runner coming through. Thank you. Thank you.
Zone 3.
Turn down.
Zone 4.
Excuse me.
Time 47 minutes. Distance 5.83 kilometers. Cadence 81. Average heart rate 140. Workout average pace 8 minutes 3 seconds per kilometer.
8 minutes 3 and 141, so I'll break the effort here a little bit and check my timing. Okay, so I see 38 on the clock, so I will bid you adieu from Whitaker and Irvine Junction on the Mount Doug trails. Until Wednesday, bye-bye.